So this is a quick tutorial on how I teach down to a dog. Very much like sit and anything you're teaching a dog, flat collar and a lead is all I use. Make sure I have control. Again, it's no point trying to teach a dog to do something on command if it's able to run around and be loose. You must have control of the dog. That way you're setting the dog up for success. It's no good if I give it a command and the dog runs off somewhere or gets distracted and I've got no control to guide it back to where I want the dog. And also, as I'm teaching the dog, the leash is always here to help guide the dog into the position I want them. So most trainers teach down from a sitting position. I teach my dogs from a standing position. And the reason I find it's twofold. From a sitting position to teach a dog down confuses the dog a little bit because it's not a natural thing as a general to go down from. Most dogs will go down when they're going to go down naturally from a standing position, then they'll decide they're going to go down and they'll go down from that standing position. So from a sitting position it's not quite natural and it gets a bit confusing for the dog, especially when it's first learning, because I've got the dog and I've gone, Koji, sit, good boy, and he's sitting, and then I'm going down, Koji, down, and he gets it, so he's going to go down. The delay is only because I hadn't said his name. Koji, sit, good boy. But the dog looks at you a little bit like, sitting, what do you want? And so you find people go, sit down. And so that confuses the dog even more because people start throwing in a command when they mean sit and they go, sit down. So you often see somebody go, sit down. And the dog gets even more confused and goes automatically into a down if it knows it, or does nothing because it's confused. The other thing I see, it's often taught with a lure, which is terrific, and that's just lure in and out. Good boy. And the other thing I hate to see is people grab the legs and are taught to pull out, which is not only dangerous to yourself because you're physically manipulating a dog with its face next to yours, and the dog can also be hurt. And so I don't recommend that at all, and I don't even recommend teaching a dog from a sit. Once your dog knows down, it'll go down from a sit anyway. Alright, Koji, down. So he'll go down from a sit. Koji, down. Good, sit. Good. Stand. Good. Good. So I'll keep him this way for the camera. So I teach from a standing position because this is natural. So you simply hold the treat out here and get a nice stand. You can support underneath here. And basically all I'm going to go is, a little thing to remember is nose to toes. That's it. So you bring it from their nose back to their toes. And you see you get that lovely little bend and fold. Good boy. Okay, that's called a concertina fold. Koji, good. Stand. So the dog goes down, folds up and goes back. So your down takes the dog back and your sit brings the dog back up to you. Koji, sit. Like that. And that's how I teach a sit and a down. So, like I said, you're going to have the collar and the lead on. So the collar's here. No, stand. Around this way. Good boy. So the collar's here. And you're going to pull the collar sort of just back a little bit. Alright? Good boy. So he's just moving because I'm manoeuvring the collar, but the collar, if I just bring it this way, the collar's just going to come back this way, just nice and gently. It's just to help guide the dog into position. Stand, good boy. So it's just going to come back. You're going to go from the nose, and I'm just holding the treat this way. So you can't just grab it. And I just give that little tug, and I bring down to there, and I get that lovely little fold. Now as soon as all four are on the ground, I release the treat and praise. Stand. Okay, so as soon as all four, this way. are on the ground, yes, good boy, I treat and praise. Once he gets the hang of that, I then begin to give the command. Go to stand. For me, the command's down. So here, down, good boy. What I won't do is do what I just did then when I'm first starting off, and that's giving the command to do it. So, no command, he gets it, and then when I start to add the command, down, good boy. I'll wait till all four elbows are on the ground, and that's when I say down, treat and praise. Alright, so from here, remember nose to toes, this is just a 45, down, yes, good boy. I give the command, treat and praise. Once he's got that, stand, good boy. Once he's got that, he knows it, down, good boy. I begin to add a command. Stand. Down, yes, good boy. And the hand will come down a little bit with the treat in it just to help him come back. Down, yes, good boy. And so now I'm beginning to add that command and associate the down with the movement, and I'm treating when all four are on there. Alright, so with me. The next thing to do is begin to do it on the move. Yes. So what I'll do is I'll just move to the lead here. Koji, with me. Down. Yes, good boy. And then I'll begin to, with me. Then I'll begin to teach him to do it on the move. Koji, down. Good boy. And you'll notice as I go to take off, he has an auto stay in his down, like the same as sit. So sometimes when I'm trying to show somebody something, I forget about that, and you'll notice I'll go to take off without saying anything to him, and he'll still be there, and I'm taking on the collar a little bit. He's also taught not to respond to commands unless I say his name. So when you've got a pack of dogs and you want only one dog to do something, that makes it easier. So if you notice the delays in that, that's not the dog, that's actually my fault. So, and there I've just gone and done this, which has got him into a sit. Koji, with me? So again, keeping him close, down. And you can see, good boy, you can see with a good focus, he'll watch for a command anyway. Stand, with me. Koji, down. Good. Front. Yes, good. And that's how you teach, or how I teach a dog to stand, to go down, always from an upright position. And then I begin to teach it while they're moving, nice and close to me. And then I'll do it, I start to add distance to that a little bit. Koji, to me. Down. Yes, good boy. And again, because I have an auto stay, and I've got to stop moving my hands, because I've got an auto stay, I've got to come back to him. To me. Good boy. Koji. Down. Good. So he'll automatically stay there. So I don't want to call him out of that for training purposes. That comes later. I want to come back to him. Yes, good boy. And reward him for that. And that helps keep that auto stay in place and enforce it. And I'll also have a video up how to incorporate auto stay into a down. So I hope that explains how I teach a dog to do down. Like I said, it's always from an upright position, and I'll give a couple of demonstrations with all the dogs of what I mean of calling a dog and having it go down into a down while it's on the move. Hope that helps. Thank you. Koji, to me. Yes. Koji, down. Yes, to me. Front. Yes, good boy. Attention, to me. Down. To me. Down. To me. Good. Front. Yes, good boy. Kuma, to me. Down. To me. Good boy. Front. Good.